So there I was, sitting on my floor, surrounded by a fortress of instant noodle cups. The world had ended, again. My then girlfriend, let's call her the one who shall not be named, because it still hurts a bit, had just dropped the classic breakup line, "It's not you, it's me," which, as we all know, is code for "It's definitely you." Our years together flashed before my eyes like a low-budget movie montage. I remembered all the good times, the bad times, and the time I accidentally used her expensive face cream as foot lotion. Maybe that was the final straw. Who knows? The point is, it was over. My heart felt like it had been put through a blender, set on the pulverized setting, and then served as a sad, lumpy smoothie. My friends, bless their well-meaning hearts, immediately swooped in with their expert advice. "Pair the 3-month rule," they chanted, as if it were some magical spell from a forgotten textbook. According to this sacred doctrine, you must wait 3 months before even thinking about dating again. 1 month to cry, 1 month to get angry, and 1 month to forget what your ex's face even looks like. It sounds logical, right? Like a cooling off period for a nuclear reactor. But for me, it felt like an eternity. 3 months of staring at the ceiling, replaying every argument, and wondering if I'd ever be able to watch our favorite series without bursting into tears. It was a long, lonely road paved with empty pizza boxes and self-pity. The first month was a blur of sad songs and overthinking. I became a detective, analyzing every text message and conversation for clues I might have missed. Aha! She used a period instead of an emoji here. This is where it all went wrong, I'd exclaimed to my bewildered cat. It was a special kind of madness. I tried to work on myself as everyone suggested. I bought a plant. It died. I tried to learn a new language. I now know how to say, "My heart is broken" in 3 different languages. Very useful. The pain was so real it felt like a physical ache, a constant companion reminding me of what I had lost. It was like having a ghost in my apartment that only I could see, and its favorite hobby was whispering my failures into my ear while I tried to sleep. Moving on from a long-term relationship is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark. You twist and turn, hoping to find the right combination, but you just end up with a bigger mess. Every corner of my life was filled with memories of her. The coffee shop on the corner, the park where we used to walk, even the grocery store aisle with her favorite brand of chips. It felt impossible to escape. The 3-month rule wasn't a healing process. It was a prison sentence. And I started to wonder if the problem wasn't just the breakup itself, but the entire system I had bought into. Was this pain a mandatory part of loving just one person? After my 3-month sentence was up, I think I served 2.5 for good behavior, I started to think. A lot. I thought about all my past relationships, and I saw a pattern. It was like watching the same movie over and over, and knowing the sad ending but still hoping it would change this time. Monogamy, for me, started to feel like a group project where you're paired with one person for life. At first, it's exciting. You brainstorm ideas, you share responsibilities, you dream of getting a perfect grade. But slowly things change. Suddenly, you're the only one doing the research, writing the report, and making the PowerPoint slides, while your partner is providing moral support. The pressure is immense. This one person is supposed to be your best friend, your lover, your therapist, your financial advisor, and your co-pilot for life's crazy road trip. That's a lot of hats for one head to wear. It's no wonder things get complicated. I remembered a time when my ex got mad at me because I wasn't listening while she talked about her horrible day at work. The truth was, I was also having a horrible day. But in the unspoken rules of our monogamous contract, only one person could have the worst day award. I had to swallow my own problems to comfort hers. It felt like a constant competition of needs, where someone always had to sacrifice. Let's talk about red flags. Looking back, my relationships were a parade of red flags that I had conveniently painted green. There was the jealousy over a friendly chat, the subtle control over who I could hang out with, and the expectation that I should give up my hobbies to spend every waking moment with them. In one relationship, I was told my love for video games was childish and that I needed to grow up. I tried to change, to fit into the mold of the perfect boyfriend, but I just ended up feeling like a stranger in my own skin. I was so focused on being everything for one person that I forgot to be anything for myself. This system of putting all your emotional eggs in one basket seemed designed for failure. If that one basket breaks, all your eggs are scrambled, and you're left with a huge gooey mess to clean up. The heartbreak wasn't just about losing a person, it was about losing my entire support system, my routine and my future plans, all in one go. It felt like a total system crash. So I started to ask myself a dangerous question. What if the problem wasn't me, or my exes, but monogamy itself? What if there was another way to love that didn't involve a high-stakes all-or-nothing game? So, I did what any logical, heartbroken person would do. I jumped headfirst into the world of polyamory, or having multiple relationships. Okay, maybe it wasn't a graceful dive. It was more like a clumsy cannonball splash. At first, it was confusing. My brain, programmed for years with monogamy's strict rules, kept short-circuiting. Wait, I can like person A and person B at the same time and it's okay? It felt like cheating, but with everyone's permission. It was weird. It was new. And honestly, it was liberating. The pressure was gone. I no longer had to be one person's everything. The biggest change was the communication. In monogamy, we often avoid difficult conversations to keep the peace. In polyamory, you can't. You have to talk about everything: jealousy, boundaries, schedules, feelings. My calendar now looks like a military strategist's battle plan with color-coded date nights and check-ins. It sounds exhausting, but it's actually the opposite. Because we talk about jealousy, it loses its power. If I feel insecure, I can say it, and we can talk it through without it becoming a relationship-ending fight. It's like, instead of hiding the monsters under the bed, we invite them out for coffee and a chat. They're a lot less scary in the light. My relationships are now more specialized. I have one partner who loves debating philosophy and watching old black and white films with me. I have another who is my adventure buddy. We go hiking and try weird food together. I'm not forcing one person to enjoy all my weird hobbies. It's like having a team of superheroes, each with their own unique power. One person provides intellectual stimulation, another provides emotional support, and another reminds me to eat a vegetable once in a while. The best part? They all know about each other and are happy for me. The support system is now a network, not a single pillar that could crumble at any moment. Of course, it's not a perfect utopia, it's complicated, and it requires a huge amount of honesty and self-awareness. But for me, the pain of heartbreak has been replaced by a sense of security. If one relationship ends, it's still sad, but it's not the end of my world. I still have other loving partners to support me. It feels like loving many is easier than being loyal to just one, because the love is spread out. Loyalty in monogamy felt like a cage, a set of rules I had to follow. In polyamory, loyalty is about honesty and care for everyone involved. It's a different, more flexible kind of devotion. My life is more chaotic now, but my heart is surprisingly more peaceful. So, what's the lesson in all this? If you're currently on your floor surrounded by your own fortress of noodle cups, listen up. Moving on is hard, it's messy, and there's no magic rule that will fix it. The 3-month rule, the 5 stages of grief, the get under someone to get over someone advice, they're all just suggestions. Your journey is your own. The most important thing is to be kind to yourself. You are not a failure because a relationship ended. Sometimes, things just don't work out, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you are unlovable. It just means you haven't found the right setup for you yet. Allow yourself to feel everything. Be sad, be angry. Eat the entire tub of ice cream. Watch that cringy romantic comedy and cry your eyes out. Don't let anyone tell you that you're being too dramatic. Your feelings are valid, but don't build a permanent home in that sadness. Visit it, acknowledge it, and then politely show it the door. The goal is not to forget your ex or erase the memories. The goal is to let those memories become a part of your story, not the entire book. You are the author of your life, and you get to decide what the next chapter looks like. It's your story, not theirs. Question everything. Don't just blindly follow the relationship escalator of dating, moving in, getting married, and living happily ever after. That path works for some people, and that's wonderful. But it's not the only path. If monogamy has brought you repeated pain, maybe it's time to look at other options. Or maybe you just need a different kind of monogamous partner. Explore what you truly want, not what society tells you should want. What are your needs? What are your boundaries? What does a happy, fulfilling life look like for you? Be the scientist of your own love life. Experiment, gather data, and form your own conclusions. Finally, remember that you are whole on your own. A partner or partners should be a wonderful addition to your life, not the source of your self-worth. Find joy in your own company. Rediscover your hobbies. Hang out with your friends. Become the person you would want to date. Whether you choose monogamy, polyamory, or a life of happy solitude with 10 cats, the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. So take care of that relationship first. The rest will follow. Now go clean up those noodle cups. You've got a new chapter to write.